tuned into Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Tune in right now.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Black Hollywood Live's The Trend. I'm your host, Derrial, Christon, and joining me today is TV royalty in the house.
Oh my gosh, I get all that.
You get the TV royalty.
Yes. We've been watching you for years.
We changed our schedule just to accommodate our two guests today because we were like, they got to come in here today.
Yes.
Full panel. We got Courtney Stewart in the house.
I'm here again.
So we got the Puerto Rican princess
Rican
in the
princess.
house. Joseline Hernandez
Thank you.
and Balistic.
What's up?
Welcome.
That scarf, man.
Thank you, man.
You came in with the style
you.
game.
I know, they're both looking
It's a
real
little chilly
stylish.
outside. It's a little chilly, so.
You know, she's sparkling. We got scarves. I'm doing it up.
Right, y'all doing it.
Well, this is California. We have to make sure we look good for you.
I mean, that's true. It's a lot
We
of
appreciate that.
We appreciate that.
Yes.
Right.
Y'all bring in some warmth because it's cold as hell and I'm not used to this.
I mean, cold.
I literally walked in here with
Can you really call this cold, though?
Yes, I'm calling it cold. It's been
is
cold.
cold.
You
It's been
cold
cold.
outside,
It was 41 degrees this morning.
Yeah,
That's
well, okay,
not
well,
LA.
it's 41 degrees. That's not LA. But we got a global warming thing going on.
Oh, no.
You know, we got a lot of great topics today. We also want to talk to them about WeTV's Marriage Bootcamp, which I'm obsessed with. And I know there's a lot of stuff they're going to reveal about that. But the first thing we're going to talk about, actually, before we get into the topics, is this Trump non-impeachment.
Are we really going to talk about
Let's
that?
just have a
Do
moment.
we have time?
Do we need a moment of silence with it? Just
I don't
you
even
know, is anyone surprised that this happened?
Not really.
No.
Not really surprised at all, man. In the beginning, when the election in the beginning, there was people like, nah, he's not going to get elected. And what happened?
I don't know, but listen, he
was
like, watch, babe, watch. He's going to get
Yeah, I mean, I
impeached.
really
He's
did
going
think
gone
that
at the office.
after all
so
the
I was
bullshit,
just waiting.
After all the bullshit, I mean, what would you think that?
Right.
You know, they're going to still, but now it just shows the type of power that
shows the
is
power.
in politics, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Type
The
of
dirt.
power.
The dirt.
Because you
that's
say
in
whatever.
politics.
The president now is talking crazier than anybody.
But you
now
guys
he can say
have to
whatever he wants.
remember the American people chose him.
Yes, they did.
They did. You're
So
right.
this is like we're talking about what the American people chose.
Right. That's true.
True.
Well, it's going to be very
They
interesting
chose.
this next race because
did.
I did not choose him.
I did
but
not choose it.
I may be moving to Canada still. We'll see. All right.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see.
All right. What you got for us today, Court?
So we're gonna keep talking about people that's been talking and doing all kind of sideways stuff this week. Well, maybe it's not sideways. I don't know how you'll feel, but we've talked about this before a little bit, and now it's back on the radar again. Miss Monique is out in these streets, or at least on the gram. She is telling everybody again why she's mad at Oprah. And now she's got new reason apparently, and she felt like compelled to share this with us this week. She posted an open letter to Oprah on her Instagram page with a lovely picture of her booed up with Oprah, like cuddled. They like buddies, they're homegirls, like what have you. And she wrote a lovely open letter, which normally I would read, but it's really long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. But she alluded to the fact that basically she didn't understand in dealing with Oprah's involvement in this Me Too movement, why, for instance, in 2017, she was on CBS and she kind of fanned off the allegations against Harvey Weinstein. However, since then, she has now engaged in the documentary about Michael Jackson and his alleged behavior with children and inappropriate sexual behavior.
Which I don't believe.
Well, many of us do
I don't
not.
believe.
Yes, but if you remember, Oprah did an after show basically with the accusers that were in that documentary, and now she was linked to the documentary that was just at Sundance regarding Russell Simmons. And now that documentary, we weren't sure it was going to get any light of day, but it got bought.
Yeah.
It's going to premiere on HBO Max at some point this year because they purchased it. So obviously Oprah backed out of the one about Russell Simmons for whatever reasons. I mean, it didn't line up in my brain what she was saying, but whatever. She backed out of it, said she didn't agree with the creative direction, but she did believe the accusers. But Monique was basically like, look, sis, I don't know what you're doing, but like it don't feel right. It feels like you're coming after black men again, and it seems like the only difference, because Harvey Weinstein has just as many, if not more, accusers for the same thing that Russell Simmons was accused of, and you are not caping for Russell the way you caping for Harvey. And she closed out the letter with a very, shady little love you sis, kind of like, oh, I want us to work together at some point to be positive, and I want you to be great, and I want to be great. But she just posted this randomly, like nobody asked. It wasn't like, oh, I'm in an interview. How's your relationship with Oprah? She posted this random open letter. Mind you, she has a comedy special coming out on February 7th, which is this weekend on Showtime. Yeah. But so
she's super funny.
She's hilarious. And aren't you glad to have her back, like doing a comedy special?
First of all, I think Monique is an amazing actress, and I think she's an amazing comedian. I think she's a better actress than a comedian. I love her acting.
I'm gonna give you that.
But nowadays, because she's had so much time to sit out, she might be coming back February with that. With the fire? With them jokes. With the, you know. Yeah, you know, so, I mean, I don't know.
Do you think it's a good thing that she brought up this? Mind y'all, this Oprah thing been going on since 2009.
I was gonna say, it's been a couple years, yeah. Okay. Or 2000.
But it's been a decade.
Oh,
the situation with Precious happened in 2009, 2010. It is 2020, and she is still talking about this. Do you think that pulls away from the shine of what she? Because the fact that she got this deal with Showtime after the drama with Netflix, because she's still suing Netflix for discrimination, and she got this deal with Showtime to do her special. But why is she talking about Oprah?
Balistic, no, he got some things to say because he gave that quick side.
I don't know. I just feel like it's when you're trying to get popping again. I guess it's like we're in the era where you got to look for something. Just and maybe that's what Monique had in her vision with the Oprah stuff and.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You don't think so? No. I feel like, no. But, I feel like Monique is talented.
It could be just good promo for her to just get eyes on her real quick. And that's the era we're in, I'm telling you. It's like, I don't know.
That's what I think. I mean, I feel like she's stirring all this up. So, like you said, the special's coming out. She wants people to start looking at her Instagram and IG, and then you pay attention to her special, and that brings eyeballs. I mean, you're right. That's where we're at right now. Yep. In order to have yourself projected, you have to do things like that, unfortunately. But that's where we're at. Right. And I think that, honestly, this is all calculated. That's why I actually can't really pay too much attention to it, to be honest with you, because I feel like she's been talking about this forever. It's like, okay, like, come on. Why? And you're coming after Oprah. Listen. Right. You can come after a lot of people. Don't come after my Oprah. Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
so that is to say that you don't feel a kind of ways about how Oprah has dealt with some of the situations in the Me Too movement, or do you?
I mean, I don't have any
along racial lines, obviously.
I mean, as far as the Russell Simmons thing, I think there's more to it than what is revealed to us. For her to kind of the way she went at Russell. I don't know. I'm not upset with her right now about how she handled it, to be honest with you.
All right.
You?
I mean, I think that Oprah has shown us who she is over the years. I don't think she would.
That sounds real shady.
No, I mean, I don't see that she has been an advocate for people that have been victims of sexual abuse from very early in her career. Whether or not you believe Michael Jackson did what he did, or whether or not you believe Russell did what he did, being on the side of victims has been what she has promoted and been for years. So I don't necessarily think that she should be. If anything, it's great that she's not drawing the color line and she's like, let them deal with Harvey Weinstein. We black and brown people need to deal with our stuff. And some people would take that as, oh, you are only exalting the black and brown negative situation. But then there's also people that would say, otherwise, these black women wouldn't be listened to about the Russell Simmons thing because they've been trying to say something for years and nobody listened. But somehow Oprah getting on somehow got this project going and got it out there.
Right.
So in the end, I think she's doing what she's always said she was doing. Whether or not you agree or think she's right, it's not me to judge, but I don't think that she's necessarily doing it from a racist perspective and trying to bring down black men. I think she's actually trying to advocate.
I don't think she's racist, though. She be around too many black people to be racist.
Yeah, I mean, and forgetting about her own people, like, I don't think that. I think she really is trying to give black women a voice in terms of the Russell Simmons documentary, and I think that with the Michael Jackson thing, she clearly believes the guys.
Yeah. She's always supported black people. She's put a lot of people on, that are African American. So I don't...
Like who?
Ava, I think she promoted Ava.
She is definitely a huge supporter of Ava.
Listen to Obama. Let's go back to
Tyler
she
Perry.
Tyler Perry.
She's very integral in getting Obama elected. But some
even
people
new talent,
say
even African American new talent. There are some people that we know that she's looked out for and tried to mold.
That's true.
Even from Black Hollywood Live.
That's true.
I mean,
that's true.
I don't know. I think there's more to all that story. So.
Well, Monique.
Shout out to Oprah.
Jocelyn, I don't know about
She's
all
like,
that.
I don't know.
What I do know is this. I do know that no matter how powerful you are and how much money you have, there's always people behind you making sure that they master the puppet.
Right. Right.
Okay.
That's true.
So I don't care how much money you got or what place you're at, you always have to follow certain things that they want you to speak about.
Right.
You do. Oprah's not the only person that's going out, oh, I'm Oprah. I don't have a team. There's nobody behind me helping me with the notes and what I got to say.
Right.
That's just not how it goes.
Right.
She has people behind her, and there's things that they have to talk about, and they have to pick. And she's a grown woman. She can pick and choose who the hell she want to talk about and how she wants to talk about them.
That's true.
So, you know, you have to be your own. You have to make your own decisions. But at the end of the day, whether it's Oprah or whether it's Joseline, whether it's anybody, you can't make everybody happy.
Amen to that.
So, no matter what Oprah says, it's going to be somebody in the crowd that's going to be like, forget that lady.
Right.
Yes.
She ain't right.
Somebody gonna
She
have something
did.
negative to say.
They're gonna
Somebody
have
gonna be
something negative
mad.
Yeah.
That's just how it
you know,
goes.
so at the end of the day, I mean, I don't want to say the wrong thing because, not that I'm scared, but because I'm not there to know what's really going on.
Right.
So when you're not inside there knowing what's really going on, seeing and really hearing, then there's so much, you can't really say too much.
Right, and let's be real, we want Oprah to hire us. So.
You know,
That's true. I mean, I work for Oprah.
I mean, no, whether I don't care if she hires me or not. I'ma still get a job. I'ma still get a job. But what I do know is that you still don't know what's really going on unless you're in the building.
Right, that's true.
That's real.
Unless you're in the building, you don't know what's really going on with nobody.
That's true.
That's true.
All right. Well, Monique was in that building. She left a little salty. She's still salty about it, but hopefully she gonna sprinkle that salt and some sugar and some all kinds of extra seasonings on this performance that we're gonna see on Showtime on the 7th. So we will check that out. Because I want her to come back strong. Like, I want Monique to win. Like, I want her to win. That's kind of why I don't want to talk about Oprah anymore. But moving on, speaking of somebody who was talking about all the things and getting a little airplay, and we might consider inviting him to the barbecue, y'all. So Joaquin Phoenix was at the BAFTAs, and he, of course, won another award for Best Actor for Joker, which he did a remarkable job in.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
He was so good.
That was good.
It was good, wasn't it?
That was
First
a
of all,
good movie.
the amount of weight that he had to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he did not eat.
No,
Yeah,
he didn't eat ever.
I mean, he was so hungry. First of all, he looked so hungry. So for you, like first of all, like if you have to be this hungry to film a movie, you should win the award.
You better win something.
Yeah.
Right, I feel you.
I need you to come in line first.
I feel you.
He was freaking starving.
Yes.
They starved that poor man to
Yes,
do this
he
role. I
did.
mean, come on, did they have to make him this skinny?
Yeah, I mean, and he was able to suck in that stomach and rib
I mean,
cage. It was
all
wild.
you see was bone.
Yes, he was very, very thin. So he went all the way in. He's won another award. He's won the Golden Globe. He won the SAG Award. He has now won the BAFTA Award. But when he got up on stage at the BAFTAs, he had a little something to tell all them English white folks. And he gave a speech basically saying that he was, quote, conflicted because so many of his fellow actors that are also deserving don't have the same privilege. He thinks that we send a clear message to people of color that you're not welcome here. He went on to say that he's ashamed to say that he is actually knows now that he is a part of the problem because he hasn't pushed, to change the atmosphere on his sets the way that he could have and things like that. And he went on to also say that we, quote, we have to do really the hard work to truly understand systemic racism. I think it is the obligation of the people that have created and perpetuated and benefit from the system of oppression to be the ones to dismantle it. So that's on us.
Did he marry a black girl?
I was trying to
Somewhere
find,
that
I
we
don't think
ain't-
he's married, girl. I just was like,
Yeah, I don't think
wow,
he's married.
where
He
did
got
that?
jungle fever.
I
He
don't
got
know.
He got a couple homies.
He started
He got some
talking to
homies.
somebody.
He got some homies.
Yeah.
He got a couple homies.
He got
I
some
agree.
conversation
For
going.
sure.
But Prince William and Kate was in the audience like, what do we say? We can't say nothing. Everybody's face. It was great. Whoever was filming, those cameras cut to the audience while he was doing the speech.
Did.
And it was fantastic watching all them white folks like shook.
Yeah, they were.
They were just like, because you can't.
It's like they didn't know what
It was
to
like
say.
they didn't know, like.
They didn't know how to react off of it.
Because
Listen, and I'm going to just be 100 here because this is Black Hollywood. I'm going to keep it 100.
Please do.
Me as a Hispanic Black young lady, I go to a lot of places that people are in my color and I feel like I'm not wanted. I feel like when I walk in the building, they like, here go this nigga. And for you to feel like
judgment, yeah.
and for you to feel like that as a grown woman, when you go to buildings that aren't like all the same as you are, I understand his speech. Is he an American? He's not an American.
He's American, but his heritage is Puerto Rican, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a Puerto Rican man. I'm a Puerto Rican woman.
Yeah.
I go places to this day, and that's why I act the way I act. That's why I just be like, man, I ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all looking, because I know how they look at me. They look at me, they see all of this, and then the mouth is even bigger.
Right.
And that the talent is everywhere. And it's a conflict for them because it makes them afraid. When people are not like you are, the same color or act the same way or walk the same way or, talk the same way, people really get afraid, you know? And for us being darker, I don't think we get afraid because I think that we're so used to being in the skin and we're so used to people looking at us a certain way that we're just like, okay, so what? We are who we are.
Right.
But I really feel what he's saying because I go a lot of places and I really, to this day, I'm like, oh my gosh, if I wasn't this color, it would be totally different.
No problem, yeah. Now, do you internalize it at all, though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Does it hurt your feelings sometimes? Or you
Hell
just like,
no.
No.
Do you not see this thing right here, baby? Do you not see my face? Do you not see this beautiful body? Do you not see everything that I've accomplished? I don't feel no type of way. I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
For letting me intimidate them.
Yeah. And having a judgment.
Because if I walk up in your building and I feel some type of way, it's because I'm intimidating y'all.
That's true. Listen, I feel you.
I'll take that.
Bam.
So
she drops the mic.
It's the truth. I'm intimidating you guys. If you feel some type of way about my big old black booty walking in this building with this big old pretty face and this big old pretty eyes and arms and just over the top, you are the problem. I'm not the problem.
Listen, I love that confidence. Have you always had that? Has it always been you since you've been little?
No, not really. But in the industry, being in the music and the TV industry, that's just what it is. Like you're different and people treat you different and they look at you different and you just know it. So you just have to live with that.
I feel
and once you live with that and you learn that, then you'll be all right.
I feel you.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Right.
We need a church right now.
Hallelujah.
It's Church Wednesday.
That's what we're doing. So, yeah, shout out to Joaquin, obviously. He seems like he has had some eyes open. It'll be interesting to see this weekend if he wins the Oscar, what he says on stage.
Well, I'll say that he has used each platform that he's won an award to make some type of speech. Even at the Golden Globes, he made a speech that was very much in his feelings about how he feels about the industry and certain things. I actually wish that he had made this speech at the Golden Globes because with all the Americans that are there, so they could, like the directors, producers, all those talent, all that talent that's there, I wish that speech was also made here.
Well, maybe he'll have another version of it.
I would love to hear him explain what brought him to this point.
I would love that.
Because he didn't do that. He just going in.
He just
going in. But what brought, like, was it somebody that you spoke to?
Right.
Was it
I'm telling you, like, he in love with a black girl.
Was it his experices along the way?
It's funny that, because I saw an article about that.
I got so many homies that are so talented.
You know, that
should be. I really want to hear what the reason was for him to even speak on this.
That's a good point.
I mean, it usually is a black woman that be.
A black woman always make you do everything that you thought you would never do.
Yeah.
Whether it's for a black man or on a white man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Real life.
Let us know, homie. Let us know.
I know we want to know. If we catch him somewhere, come to Black Hollywood Live and tell us.
Right, you can come to the barbecue. You got the invite.
You can. Because he didn't just say he felt ashamed. Like, he went all the way and described what needs to actually happen. And that was a full recognition of a position that we don't hear. A lot of people be like, oh, it's terrible. But nobody says, it's us. It's our job to fix this. Not black people, not Hispanic people, not Asian people. It's our job.
Yeah, whoever made the problem is whoever needs to fix the problem.
And I hate to say this, but you know, we've talked about this on the show before. We need people who are not people of color to also stand up for us, for people to pay attention to it. And I hate that,
those are the main people that got to stand up.
I hate that that's the way it has to be, but that's the truth.
That's the truth. Black people can't change white people's racism against black people.
No.
They white cousins got to be like, cuz that's not it.
Right.
We're not doing that no more.
But black people can stand together and love each other and support each other and make us grow as they make themselves grow.
That's true.
100%.
100.
We gonna grow.
We gonna grow. We gonna grow on to the next topic. ER Web Story Spotlight of the Week.
ER Web Story Spotlight of the Week.
All right, well, this subject has also been in the news a lot. We have the NFL new program that they're doing in all the schools. So basically, it's called the NFL Inspiring Change Initiative, and it basically is surrounded, it started off with Black History Month, because obviously it's February, we're in Black History Month, and some people argue all the time that why are we having just 1 month for Black History Month? We should be having, every month should be some celebration of Black History Month. But the NFL wants us to know that they support Black folks and Latinos, all right? They want us to know this because they created this NFL 3060 African American History Program. So basically what it's going to be is students in grades 9 through 12 can take advantage of this program and will be able to learn about different history of time representing 306. Like 306 was the number of Martin Luther King's hotel room when he was assassinated. And
why the hell we want to know that though?
I'm like, why did they?
I know they did. I know, but they want us to know historic moments around this 306 that are associated with this. So why they chose to do that, I don't know. But they do want us to know this. And
but why do they never choose to show the people what they did to the people?
You mean like this,
like everything they've done to the race, to the Black race?
Maybe this will open up some of that.
Because I think that the American people also never took initiative to apologize to the Black African American people.
I mean,
we still waiting on that.
We may be waiting a long time for that.
You know what I mean? Like,
after why
you don't teach those kids to? Why you don't teach that?
Right. I mean, that's true.
Why don't you apologize? But that would be a whole different war. Emotions would get all in the air. And
maybe Trump will apologize.
I was going to say, I don't think we're getting any apology anytime soon. We still have Trump in the office.
Yeah.
So
well, maybe I would say maybe he might apologize. He might apologize.
He's off the kill. Like, we don't know what he gonna do.
He ain't apologizing.
You mean after his black ad during the Super Bowl?
I mean, he might randomly get a Black friend that loves him to death, and he'll be like, "Oh, that's really cool," because he loves like adulation and that.
Ain't that his homeboy Kanye?
Who knows?
You're right about that. Well, this program has reached over 10,000 students. It's in Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Minnesota, and North Carolina.
Georgia.
Hey, hometown.
Not Georgia.
They trying.
The program is focused on social justice. It wants to reduce barriers in areas of education, economic advancement, criminal justice reform, and community and police relations. So, I mean, these are obviously heavy topics in the Black and Latino communities that we need to address. So, if the NFL is trying to give a little money towards it to see if now these young kids can have this resource to help them out and to maybe broaden the spectrum of how people view us as people of color, I'm all about it. I mean,
go NFL.
Go. You sound like you're not really feeling it.
I mean, what else? I mean,
NFL put the money right where they think they should put the money at. I mean, come on, let's just keep it real. They really trying to put the money behind the kids so they can see who run the balls the best. You know this? Who is the best runner? That's all the NFL care about. We care about running that ball, baby. Baby, you ain't running that ball, you ain't making no money.
You ain't making no money, right?
That's the first reason why they did this program, because it starts at a very young age. I mean, listen, when you're a little 4 or 5 years old, you already like if you're a genius baby like our kid Bonnie Bella, she's a genius baby. If you're a genius baby at 3, they putting pressure on you. My daughter already got paintings on her wall. She's a master painter. Wow. She's got paintings on her wall already at 3 that she painted herself.
Did you used to paint around her, or like is it just?
She started painting in school.
Okay.
I'm good with my hands. I'm not a good painter though. Okay. I'm good with my hands, but I don't paint. But she started painting in school. So those kids at a young age, you have these companies that they're putting these kids in certain places, whether they're going to be astronauts or lawyers or runners, whatever they're going to be.
Yeah. It's
going to be companies like the NFL putting money behind it, quote unquote.
Right.
It's to learn. Right. But it's really to see which kid we're going to utilize for the next project.
Who's going to be the star in the process?
Next? Well,
which is not really that cool. Yeah, it's to put the kids in school, but to like put them in school just to play football,
right?
That's like level. That's still level 1,
right?
We got to teach level 4
education.
Yeah, we got to teach to where you're making money when you're sleeping,
right?
Because what happens is when you go into the NFL, everybody know that they're making bread, but the second somebody get injured,
you don't get paid no more.
It's over.
Yeah, you're right.
And they don't care nothing going to destroy your life if you didn't invest any money or do anything business-wise. You're fucked.
And us as black parents or Hispanic parents, we have to also teach the kids, like, listen, you have to use your mind to make you some coins.
Absolutely.
You can't just use your body.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's cool for you to run the ball and learn how to play basketball or football or, you know, whatever you want to do. Even be a painter by my kid. But forget that. What else is in here?
Right.
So us as parents, we have to come together and just really mold our children and just really make them be the best that they could be.
Listen, what about that real estate class in 5th grade? Why don't you do that? You know what I'm saying?
Or whoever.
I would love to have a real estate class in 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like,
financial, all the things. But whoever's parent, whatever schools that program actually is in, hopefully parents, y'all get real involved with that money. Because if it's coming into the school, you have to try to at least have some say about what it's actually going towards and what that curriculum looks like.
For the kids.
For the kids.
So,
for the kids'
sake of the kids, for sure. So.
Well,
stay active.
We'll see what happens with it. And speaking of money, there was a lot of money that people said should have been thrown out, like stripper pole money at the Super Bowl after that J-Lo and Shakira performance, because people are in an outrage.
Why?
An outrage over the
so
performance.
ridiculous.
They said it was,
Americans are crazy.
They said it sexualized women. It was nasty with Shakira sticking her tongue out. There was a lot of grinding when J-Lo did that thing on the pole.
Let her explain what that is.
This is in Colombia. This is a Colombian Spanish.
That's what I read.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. Listen, and we make all type of the jibaros and campesinos. We make all type of noises. And she's a jibara. She's a campesina too, like myself.
I just
she's
like hearing you say
Colombia,
that.
Right? So that's what they do. When they perform, they do that.
Yeah.
So that is like the kids and everybody's laughing because it's funny. That's what we grew up watching them do. This is what they do. This is what Spanish people do. African people do it. Certain cultures do that. They do that.
Middle Eastern.
Yeah,
because she's half Lebanese or something.
So that's just like, I don't know why they made such a big deal about it. Listen, if Shakira went, and Shakira's hot.
Oh, listen, both of them.
She's smoking.
Shakira.
But J-Lo hot, but Shakira
bring that extra fire. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Shakira is like,
she was grinding the entire time.
Honey.
She's like a little tiger. She's like, you know, she's quick, she's fast, you know, she be on it.
She's on it. Yeah.
So I think, listen, people always have something negative to say.
Yeah.
Always.
Most of the people that are not happy with themselves.
Very true.
That's a shame, man.
No need for that.
Just be happy with yourself, man. You compliment people more than try to bash them because they doing something good or not of your liking or whatever. That's some bullshit.
Or not of your culture. Because in the end, it seemed like some really culturally confused people that are like, wait, why were they doing, and what was with they said what was wrong with why was the Cuban flag on stage?
Right.
We celebrating communism. That was a Puerto Rican flag. J-Lo was Puerto Rican.
Right.
Like, it was just stupid. And I'm
you know, if you had the Puerto Rican princess out there performing, they would have, put two and two together.
They would have figured it out.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't going to think it was a Cuban flag. They was going to be like, oh, that's the Puerto Rican flag because that's the Puerto Rican princess. So next time Super Bowl needs to holler at me. You know what I'm saying?
Popped out there.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, please, I would have killed J-Lo and Shakira. You think they shook it? Man, I would have been like,
So okay,
crazy,
so nobody at this table thinks that it was over sexualized or sexualizing women in any way, especially in this Me Too moment right now.
I can critique the performance all I want to if I want to like just look from a performance and comparing it to Beyonce and like all this whatever. But in terms of what that was all about, and I'm talking about it was over sexual, it was like anti-American and all this. First of all, Puerto Ricans are Americans as well. Like,
the cages.
I don't know why they forget that we're freaking Americans. They made, you know, and it's totally fine. It's totally fine. But y'all ladies, stop being a little hating ass luchas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They were hating. If they had anything to say about J-Lo and Shakira, they were hating.
Yeah, they were hating.
Because then it was two grown, beautiful women that gave a performance.
They grown. These ladies are grown. They doing their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Two OGs right there.
Yes.
Two goats. Who've
been in it and pushing in it for years. And they stuck in it and their artistry still exists and it was still beautiful. J-Lo's daughter was amazing. Like, it was fantastic.
I mean, and let's not forget, J-Lo is in her 50s and Shakira's in her 40s. You know what I'm saying? And they both...
They look like they're in their 20s.
Yes. I mean, straight up.
They act like there was like another nipple slip or something. Like, Remember when
Janet
had...
we always get upset. I get real sensitive about that.
I didn't like Justin Timberlake for a while after that.
I hated him for a long time.
He threw under the bus.
And I'm still mad because we didn't even see her nipple.
Yeah,
it was covered.
You seen a little...
She had a thing. No, she had a pasty thing on it with her piercing. It was not her nipple.
Oh my gosh, not the piercing.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Shout out to Janet. She was hot.
Yo, Janet's still killing it.
I wish Janet had just popped up. Every time there's a Super Bowl performance, I'd be like, I just want Janet just to pop up. Somebody to be bold enough to be like, Janet, I'm going to keep you secret and you just going to show up.
Oh, that's awesome.
I would love it.
Anyway. Well, for y'all haters, J-Lo and Shakira did their thing. So, and next time, invite Joseline to do the dance.
Right?
Yeah, everybody was on my Twitter like, why the hell is the Puerto Rican princess not performing up here with these chicas? And I was like, why is the Puerto Rican princess not performing with these chicas?
We're going to put that out in the universe right there.
Put it out there.
Like, hello.
Hey.
All right, let's talk about your show.
I know.
Marriage Bootcamp.
Hey,
the hip hop edition.
The hip
hop edition.
I'm obsessed with
this.
Yes, it is the
iconic legendary edition right here.
Listen, this show is every time I sit down and watch it, I just how tough is it to be on it? Because I feel like they be trying to go in on y'all all the time.
I think that was I'm gonna tell you something. That was the easiest show that I've ever filmed.
Really?
Yeah, it was so easy. I had so much fun. It really helped me. Dr. Ish and the Judge Towler, they helped me so much with my relationship, especially Dr. Ish. He tells you everything that you're going through at the moment. He's so smart, so educated, so like
passionate. He's passionate about.
He pays so much attention to what you really are in there talking about, or trying to get help for, and just to be able to get a black psychiatrist that's the same culture that I am.
Yeah.
Hear me out and break it down to me every step of the way. You can't pay for that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, you can't pay for that.
You have to be. That was my next. Did you have any apprehension going into it? Because it is therapy, and therapy generally is a very private thing, especially couples therapy between two people. Did you have any concerns like going in that it was straight up? And
I didn't have any concerns. I don't know about Balistic, but me personally, being on TV for the past 10 years of my life, I've been on TV since I was 23. Okay? Mm-hmm. So for me, it's just like, okay, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to focus. And I felt like we needed the therapy. So I felt like I needed to go. And I got what I needed. I don't know about
too. I mean, I was nervous, obviously, not being on TV and having like 15 cameras in your face 24 hours a day. But a few days into it, you kind of don't even notice the cameras anymore.
Yeah.
And, you just kind of listen to Dr. Ish and Judge Toller and kind of just trying to better ourselves, our relationship. That's what my goal was, to go there and stuff too.
Was there a moment that it just kind of all clicked? You were like, you know what? I see what I'm doing. This is how I can take this and strengthen our relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when I screamed at him one morning in the bathroom, I was screaming at him like crazy. His face was like, his face was like, damn, like whatever she's telling me, and it's real. I think that's the moment that I feel like he kind of like it was working on him. I had to scream at him for him to see what was going on.
Yeah.
But I think that at that moment, because me coming in, I already knew like, okay, I'm here to get help. I do want to build a relationship. I potentially want to get married one day soon, right?
Yeah. And
I want to see where him and I are going, because we're grown,
Exactly.
There's no time to waste. So being there, and I remember the time where I feel kind of like where he changed, like.
Was that day?
Yeah, it was that day.
Oh man.
He changed. I feel like that day he changed, and for me, I feel like I was playing along the whole time and just following what the doctor wanted me to follow and listening and learning. Just because I knew I wanted to be with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it wasn't something where I needed to go to see if I wanted to be with him.
Right.
But to kind of like, I needed to go to, and I told you about saying that damn word. I hate when he says right. I hate when he says right. I hate when he says right. It's so dumb.
I'm sorry.
When a person says right, don't believe them.
Oh, shit.
If you're having a conversation and a person say right, you're lying.
Why?
Because
so was I lying in this situation? What I just said
people that say right are full of shit.
You think it's like
sarcastic? You feel like it's dismissive?
Yeah.
I didn't say sarcastic. I wasn't being sarcastic when what you just said.
Whatever.
Well, I think it's the tone of right. If you like right, or if you're like right.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
any tone ain't right.
I was gonna say it's still not a lot of information. I
don't like
it's
that word.
Just,
right.
It's very dismissive.
Yeah.
I
hate that
next
word.
Next time I'll just be like wrong. Wrong.
But the boot camp was awesome, man. And I think that anybody that wants to be in a long-term relationship or marry someone, I think that they should go and seek some professional help.
Yeah.
Because whatever you guys are going through that you maybe can't talk about it outside of that person being there with you, the psychiatrist, you'll be able to talk about it.
But how hard it is to do it? Like, you guys are obviously in your relationship and you're dealing with the things that you want to correct, but then you got
and you watching all of it explode for other couples all around. And you're
in front of other couples. Like, to me, that would be more challenging because I would want to be private and have my business, like, kind of what we talk about is between us. How challenging is it to do it in front of
everybody? I mean, we knew that everybody was there to help the relationship. So we were, like, me, I was like, well, if anybody ever needed to talk to me, the fellas or anything, ever needed to talk to me about anything, I would be there for them.
We so easily built a bond.
Yeah.
Within like the first night, I think. Everybody built a bond and we was like, okay, we're going to be here for each other and we're going to be cool with each other and we're going to support each other.
No type of embarrassment or
because even Styles P, he was like crying the first day.
Yeah, first day was very
Styles P, this is a gangster rapper.
Yeah. I mean, bro, I feel that though.
Yeah. I can't wait till you guys see the show. It's a really amazing show.
Do they give you tools outside, tools outside of the show? Like, once you leave, it's great you're on the show and you get this information, but once you leave and it's a month or two later, are there follow-ups or are there things that you still can hit them up for and be like, this is happening?
Doctor always says, man, my phone, you could call me at 2 o'clock in the morning if you ever needed me.
That's we saw him last night.
He makes it clear every time. Yeah, every time we see him or talk to him, he's like, yo, you guys can call me anytime you want to.
He's really invested in helping
people.
Us.
That's dope.
He's really invested in helping people in general. He's such an awesome doctor.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like happy
it's fantastic. No, good energy.
And the boot camp is lucky to have him.
Absolutely.
Because he's really amazing. He's really amazing.
That's fantastic to hear.
So shout out to the boot camp. He drops
tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
10 p.m. on WeTV. Let me know.
You can catch Joseline's Cabaret.
Absolutely.
You can catch Joseline's Cabaret on Sunday. Sunday night.
On Zeus Network.
On Zeus Network.
Whoa,
and aren't you popping up on Miami at some point?
The only thing I'm doing in Miami right now is Joseline's Cabaret.
Okay.
That's it.
And give it, like, what can fans expect from that? What can you?
Well, Joseline's Cabaret is really a show surrounding around my life and my music, produced by Balistic. And what I did was I'm very passionate about music and very passionate about a cabaret, sexy style type of performances. And so what I did was I gave an opportunity to a couple of my girlfriends that still work the club and still kind of, walk the streets and sell a little twat.
Okay.
To change their lives, to change their lives and come do something different. And I allowed them to try out for my cabaret.
I love that.
They showed their storylines, their livelihoods, and whatever they go through every night with their relationship and their kids. So it's of course I'm a cast member, and we have 4 other cast members, and the young ladies are awesome. Like, you have to watch this show. This is like the closest to the streets that you can get. It's basically me really showing you the story of my life, but in different ways, with different ladies, through different ways, and different eyes.
Yeah.
In different ways.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool show. It's an awesome show. It's funny. It's funny as hell. It's funny. This girls.
I know it's gonna be funny.
Do you think the housewives got a tongue? These girls on my show. These girls are ruthless.
His reaction.
You see? Like, they was. You better not come around them girls without your nails done. Oh my God, them girls would be slaying each other for death. Oh, bitch, you ain't got your nails done? Oh, you gotta go. I mean, they're so petty. Yeah. It is so petty. It is so petty, but it keeps me on my toes, and it keeps me make it a great show. The cabaret, making great performances, doing great things, because my own girls that work on my own show, they'll be on my dick. Like, what is this, Joseline? What is this, Joseline? And it makes you work harder.
Yeah.
And then we got the soundtrack. We got the soundtrack, Sex Drive.
That's the single. Yeah, that's the theme song.
That's the theme song?
Yeah, it's the single and the theme song on the cabaret.
Damn.
All right.
So the cabaret, with the show, we're gonna interpret music, like good music, not just like jingles and just random stuff. Like, we're gonna put some real music behind this.
I love that.
You know what I mean? We have Grammy award-winning writers. We have production is just at its max. And then Jocelyn pretty much is the artist throughout the whole cabaret. So you'll be hearing a lot of incredible music from her.
So it's like
She's a superstar when it comes to music, and I'm not just saying that because this is my soon-to-be wife, or but she is like entertainment at its finest. Like
that's why I said, why they ain't let me go out there and be like,
like when it comes to dancing and all that, like I be just like, what the fuck? I told her last night, I'm like, yo, you gotta teach me more how to dance like salsa more. Yeah. I want to move more and stuff. And she's like, all right, I got you. Stuff.
We tried to dance the whole night at the party, but everybody just wanted to take pictures and talk to us. And so I couldn't teach them nothing last night. But we danced for like 30 seconds, and everybody was just like, I'm like, man. I had to see you later, but it was cool. We tried to go.
We
try to have a good time.
Each other. That's what I see here. Like, inspire each other.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
Important. Especially in this damn industry.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, shout out to
inspiration and love. Like you feel the love, adoration between the two, right?
But you know what I want to say real quick is that people see this good energy and stuff, but to know that we are human, we've been through a lot of shit together too. We've been through a lot of shit. Yeah, so it's like we've been through a lot of stuff together, a lot of tough times and stuff. So I think that also makes us stronger. And
but we can't let y'all know every tough time we go through. It's a secret.
Yeah, it's a secret.
That's true.
And you can see some on the cabaret and on Marriage Bootcamp.
Marriage
Bootcamp
Friday, Thursday.
Tomorrow
night. Thursday, January 6th. At 10 p.m. East Coast time.
February 6th.
Oh, February 6th. I'm sorry. February 6th, East Coast time. And
the cabaret's
on Sunday at 8 p.m.
Every Sunday, 8 p.m.
And that's on Zeus, right?
Yeah.
On Zeus Network.
I'm going to be watching both.
Absolutely.
DVR already set if I ain't home.
Marriage Bootcamp is on my DVR.
I may come over your house and watch with you.
Mine is always on the DVR.
Listen, Joseline's cabaret, baby.
We can't wait.
I promise you will watch the whole thing, then the next season, then the next. You'll keep up with it because it's that good.
It's a great storyline.
Y'all think y'all want to stay on TV? I know we got to go, but y'all want to stay on TV, you think? Or is there other projects? I mean, obviously you got music, but like, is there other things that you want to do outside of this entertainment game?
Oh, we would love to be in I would love to be in the movie. I have a couple ideas me and her are going to talk about.
All right.
Some movie stuff that we want to do.
Come on, work together, stay together.
Oh my God, yeah.
All right, where can fans find you, Joseline, on Instagram and all the social medias?
Okay, on my Instagram is just Joseline, and then on my Twitter is Miss Joseline.
Okay. And when fans, will you tweet them back if they got questions? Because a lot of people don't have questions.
Oh yes, I tweet them back. I'm always trolling.
Okay.
I am what you call a troller. Like and trust me, honestly, I do a lot of work. Right? I do a lot of work, trust me. But I'm always on my phone. I always find a way to troll. For some reason, I always find a way to troll.
I feel you on that.
So everybody catch me at Joseline on the IG and Twitter, Miss Joseline.
And
if you're nasty.
And Balistic Beats. BALISTIC BEATS. Balistic with one L. And the same thing with my Twitter. It's the same thing at Balistic.
Keeping it simple.
Simple.
Courtney?
Yeah, I'm all over the social media universe at Stewart Starlet.
And you can find me at Derrial, Christon on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. TikTok soon.
Are you in TikTok Live?
On CBS's This Is LA Lifestyle Show in a couple weeks. So we'll see y'all soon.
Shout out to Black Hollywood Live.
Watch these shows.
Y'all was amazing, man.
TV.
Yes.
Let's go.
Tomorrow.
Y'all check us out.
Let's go.
On behalf of our BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Check out our Black Hollywood Live YouTube page for even more great programming and amazing content, and be sure to subscribe and like our channel when you do. I'm your BHL host, Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom or at Black Hollywood Live. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.